I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little tired of all the sleeper videos and all the bust videos, so let's do something different. What do you say? Why don't we talk about the players that I'm just really excited to draft in 2026, and you should be as well. I'm Joey P from FantasyPros MLB, and here are 3 players that I'm really excited about having on my rosters for 2026. Let's start in the outfield with Roman Anthony of the Boston Red Sox. Now, I know it was a little slow start for Roman Anthony when he got the call for the Red Sox, but when the dust settled over 71 games, he hit .292 with a .396 OBP, and he started to flash some of that power that we saw in the minor leagues as well. He had nothing left to prove in AAA, and I think the 22-year-old superstar is really going to take his game to the next level. He's going behind guys right now like Pete Crow Armstrong and even Wyatt Langford, and I got to be honest with you, I think I like Roman Anthony more in 2026. He doesn't struggle nearly as much against left-handed pitching like Pete Crow does, and I think when everything is reset for 2027, he's going to be ranked ahead of both of those guys, so I want to draft him ahead of both of those guys in 2026. Next on my list is a starting pitcher, Yuri Perez of the Miami Marlins. Coming back last year from Tommy John, kind of a slow start for him as well, but when you look at the numbers, he basically gave you the same thing he did 2 years ago before the injury. Same amount of strikeouts, same amount of innings, basically the same amount of walks. The only difference was the ERA, which was in the 4s. However, if you look back at 2023, that ERA actually should have been expected a little bit higher when you look at the FIP, and if you look at last season, it should have been lower based on the expected ERA. I'm looking for Yuri Perez to throw 150 or so innings, maybe even 160 this season. I'm looking for him to take his game to the next level. I think people forget, before Paul Skeens burst onto the scene and a couple other big young starting pitchers, Yuri Perez was the guy that everybody was talking about and couldn't stop talking about with good reason. This guy is a star in the future, and he's right now the 30th starting pitcher off the board. That is way too low for him. I'm excited about Yuri Perez in my rotation. He could be a fantasy ace when all is said and done. That's right, I said it. And last but not least, I guess I gotta be excited about one Dodger, right? It's Andy Pages. Why? Because he's super cheap right now when you're looking around in drafts. And if you look at Andy Pages, what he did last season as the 27th outfielder going off the board, Pages was really solid in 2025. You look at what he can give you in terms of power, check, 27 home runs, 14 stolen bases, check. He raised his batting average year over year as well, and he plays in a phenomenal lineup that is loaded in 2026. So Pages to me is another really strong value. He's going to be just 25 years old. Who knows? There could be another level to his game we haven't even seen yet, and we're talking about a lineup that just doesn't quit. So Roman Anthony, Yuri Perez, Andy Pages, those are 3 guys I'm excited to draft in 2026. Who are your favorite guys that you are super excited about having this season on your fantasy baseball rosters? Drop those names below and follow us on FantasyPros MLB.